Greetings, people of intellect. This is my book review of The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat and Other Clinical Tales by Dr. Oliver Sacks. I love this book, and it was recommended to me by a dear friend, and I'm really thankful that she did, because these kind of books really examine the mind and break it down into its constituent parts, and also it made me question what exactly is in between my ears that allows me to function through life, and realize how delicate it is and the powers that it might possess. So, Dr. Oliver Sacks is a neurologist, and in his long career he has seen a lot of rare cases, a lot of neuropathies that he has created a wonderful, very vivid narrative of. And one thing that really stuck out in this book was just the well articulation of the patient's cases. I have a really a fetish for just the ability to articulate something in a very intelligent way, and I felt like he did that. He took very difficult concepts and medical terminologies that I don't know if it's because I have a medical background that I was able to understand, relate to it, but I felt like he did a wonderful, wonderful job, and like I have major props for him taking the time out to do that, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. But the three main concepts that I came away with is that a person, the first of which being that a person can stop existing without physically dying. They may have full access to their body and go up and about through their days, but they may start really changing who they are inside and ultimately not exist because of some level of amnesia or losing oneself, and it's a very scary thought that you can slowly start losing yourself in your mind and not know it. Which is the second thing that I took away, is that unlike losing an arm or a leg or something of that nature, where you could physically, or you'd be conscious of that every single day, like, oh, I don't have this. Having amnesia, not remembering certain parts of your life, you can't be cognizant of the fact that you don't remember that you don't remember. You can't. It's like, I think he says, amnesia of amnesia, and that's a very horrible thing, and that's a real thing. Like in Alzheimer's, to see someone you care about and love like start deteriorating from the inside and see a hollow individual, although I haven't yet encountered an Alzheimer patient or know someone, but I was reminded of The Notebook, because my ex-fiance did have memory, like legitimate memory lapses, and she would tell me the same stories over and over, and it actually got to the point where she had to go check that out. But so I guess I do have some contact with it. But for me, the mind is infinitely greater than the body. Like I as much as I appreciate my body, which I really, really do, the mind is just infinitely more valuable to me. And there was strange cases like that of the man not being able to recognize faces, and therefore he thought his wife's head or face was a hat, and he tried to pick it up and put it on his head. There's other cases where patients lose proprioception, means that they can't sense their bodies, their limbs. They can. It's a really wicked book. The third thing that I took away is that we have these goals and dreams and plans in life that we're gonna go somewhere, like, and have this career and this life, but we don't consider that in the middle of this journey we can wake up and not remember certain things, or wake up with a neuropathy spontaneously, and that was very alarming. And overall, this book just made me want to hug myself.